Haha, checkmate.
Hey, fellow chess players, Metro City here. This is a rundown of my week game at the Denver Chess Club. We play on Tuesday nights, and I managed to win. It's a very complicated game. I had a game before where we didn't trade for quite a long time, and this is another example of not trading early. We finally do trade, and a few minutes later, the game ends. So don't always trade early because you can't get games like this. Check it out. So this is the game for this week. I play as black, and my opponent was white, and she starts with d4. Alright, so there's my stranglehold up. I just gotta see what I gotta deal with. I'm gonna start with my knight. Only pushes e4. Okay, so there's that bishop. I get this bishop. There's this bishop. And then that bishop. Queen to c2. Not sure if she's gonna castle queen side or king side or if at all. But I cause a threat. I'm in the file, so move or lose or whatever. Now, up until this point, I was actually worried about what she was going to do with her power that she had built here in the center. I was worried about e5. I'm not worried about d5. And then she makes it so I can't get there, and possibility of check. But knight g comes out to f6. She finally castles. And what happens when they castle? We go to the fourth rank. I cannot advance. Usually in this situation I push to push, but my knight is blocking my protection, so I can't just do that, so I gotta figure something out. That's epic. Of course, that gives her the one and only check in the entire game. I just get out of it. No big deal. Move rook to center file. Not a file that she could push and try and open. So, okay. I can go there, so she stops me. But she gave me this angle, so now I go into it. I can now go attack the queen, so she blocks that capability. And then goes into here to come out to attack my queen. I get into that square first. She comes to protect her bishop. And then I link up my knights. I swore she was going to use her knight to take my knight. I didn't even see her coming to attack my queen. Doesn't matter much. And she doesn't go take my bishop. She moves the king. Because I can take this and weaken up her whole area. So she went to protect it. And I'm like, okay, I can take my knight. I can take my bishop. I can take my pawns. I'm going to use it all against you. And then I thought I was going to get attacked this. And then this would come forward attack. But it just came straight forward to attack that one. But I just made space back behind, which is perfect. And then she moves her other rook to the center file. It does give her king some space to move around, but with my knight here, it is not enough space to get out of. And since I retreated my knight, I'm now allowed to advance my pawn. And what does white do? Oh, first of all, get out of the file. Because I can take and cause check because it can't take back. But now I'm allowed to cause check and then support it and whatnot, but I want to keep my space. I want to keep the king trapped in that area. So, I make the first trade on move 25. She takes, and it is move 26. We didn't trade until this point in the game. Look how clustered the board is. Makes for a much more complicated game. There are no open files or angles that can be used easily, efficiently. This is what a stranglehold does. It clutters the board until you sack stuff to get things open. And it usually ends up bad for you. All I need to do is just shift over and rook to there and it's checkmate. So one check against my king and I'm now threatening mate over there. I'm also attacking this knight, so she goes to protect it. It's not me. I'm about to get mate. I saw some lines of her moving the king and then having the knight to block, but I didn't even see this knight coming back to protect the h1 square. Well, that allowed me to come and take that. I have queen, rook, knight, bishop, and pawn toward king, and there's nothing toward my king. She thought she should go and try and kill my rook. Now I can't go to the corner, so got this and this protected, and now this protected. So where do I get mate? Where do I get mate? And I'm like, if she wants to take my rook, I should just let her, because I'll advance my queen, and I have two pieces aimed at g2 for checkmate. She should not take it, but she does. So queen goes down, and I have two pieces supporting a mating square. Can you take both? You can only take one, and then move 31, checkmate. So there we go, guys. That's my chess game this week. I was worried up until she did d5. e5 would have been better because she had the c pawn, so she pushes e, I push d, and her c pawn can create attack, create an open file. I was much more worried about that than d5, for obvious reasons. Thanks guys for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like chess. I'll see you in my next week's video.
Check out my channel to learn more.